Well, good morning everybody. Just having a little walk around Thetford Forest, and I thought I'd just come to the main one of the main car park areas and just have a look in the grass. We might find the odd bit, could find some little wax caps, we might find a few edibles, but it's Monday morning, so there shouldn't be anything around really, because at the weekend you get everybody out looking for their mushrooms. But let's carry on and have a look, see if we can find anything, because I'm going to move off. I'm only spending half hour here. I've got some of those nice quiet places to try out again on the outskirts of the forest, so I'm just going to have half hour here first. So let's see what we can find. Here we've got some old blackening wax caps. Big old chunky blackening wax caps. Look at the size of them. There we go. They're getting past it now. They're turning. They're going quite dark. But nice start. What's that one down there? That one's all completely fell apart. But good start. So let's see what else there is. We've got some lovely snowy wax caps coming up, some quite big ones. Look, there's a lovely one there, and these are an edible. Not that I know many people who pick them to eat, but they are an edible, so I guess at this size we could take a couple just to try, see what they're like. What do you think? Should we be putting a couple in the basket? Maybe, maybe. Let's see what else there is first. We've got a nice young blusher just coming up. He's going to be a big fella. Look how thick that stem is. He's going to be a very, very big blusher. There we go. So let's carry on. Here, I'm trying to shade him for you so you can get a better look. Is a lovely young fly agaric. There we go. And there's another young one right beside him, just popping through this grass. Look, very, very young. There we go. Two nice fly agarics, and I think, I'm not sure, but I think we might have what looks like it could be a death cap growing with that olive green cap. So we'll leave him. He's definitely not coming in our basket. But here we've got some nice little amethyst deceivers. We can have one or two of those. We'll have two of the younger ones. There we go. There we go. They're going to go in the pot. So let's carry on now and see what else we can find. Look at those lovely apricot clubs coming up there. Look, loads of them, and some of them do get really big. They get big, thick, wide clubs, some of them. I'll see if I can find some, but they're nice young ones, just come up through that mossy grass. There's another few coming up there, look. So let's see what else we've got in store. You've just come across the lovely, this could be a splendid wax cap. He's getting on a bit, so I'm going to pick him. That lovely deep orange cap, that orangey yellow. So he's either an older, mature scarlet wax cap, or he could be a splendid wax cap. Either way, very pretty. And I think here, look, if I can get shaded, we've got a young meadow wax cap. Yep, there we go. A very young meadow wax cap. but he'll be okay to eat. There we go. So we'll carry on, see if there's anything else hiding in these leaves, these lovely autumn leaves. Just hiding under this grass, we have a lovely group of, I would say, mature, they're mature scarlet waxcaps. Can you see them? Hiding under that grass. There's another one here, look, hiding. There's another one. There's two young ones just here, coming up. There we go. Aren't they lovely? There we go. Lovely, interesting find. There's beautiful colours buried deep in this long, dewy grass. A nice find for the morning. Well, as you can see, I've moved from that main car park area where there's some grass, and I've come into the forest itself, but in a area which is on the outskirts of the forest, so it's not a popular area. So I'm hoping that we'll find some more bits and pieces here, because the ground, as you can see, is littered with leaf litter. And last week when we was in another area like this, we found lots, didn't we? We found those beautiful little saddles. We found those little yellow earth fans, earth tongues. So let's see what else we've got to find here. Hopefully we'll get some nice corals and things like that. So let's carry on and have a look. Well, here's a lovely white saddle that's been knocked over. It's really been kicked. And there's another one laying on the floor there as well. Look at the size of him. They've all been knocked over, I guess, by deer or people walking their dogs in the forest. But there we go. Not really what we wanted to see. We wanted to see him growing nicely out of the leaf litter. But you never know, we might find some more. So let's carry on and see what else there is. Well, we've got a lovely piece of upright coral. Look at that. What a beautiful big bunch of coral. There must be more about, because you don't usually find these just on their own like this. But I'll have a look and see, and if there's anything more interesting, I'll show you. Now, do you remember the end of last week? We found those beautiful, beautiful black elfin saddles. Do you remember? And how pleased I was. Well, we've just found those white saddles, and about 5 or 6 yards away we have an elfin saddle. Not as dark as the others, but I picked up that knocked over white saddle to lay beside him, and you'll see the difference in colours. There you go. Got that lovely grey elfin saddle. I'll take him out of the way. There you go. There you go. All twisted at the top. Look at that lovely stem. Look at that. It's like a stem on a bonsai tree, isn't it? Look at that. Isn't he lovely? So he's not as dark as those we found last week, but we will be going back to that sort of area where we went last week, so maybe I'll find some more. But he's lovely. So I'm going to take some pictures and then we're going to carry on. We've got a lovely puffball here, look. If I get up close, you should be able to see all those tiny little pimples that are on his cap. There's another one beside us here, look. And another one just there by my foot. There we go, 3 lovely puffballs. They're not ready yet to release their spores, but just shows you how they've got that stem and then that lovely puffball covered in just like little gems. There you go. We've just come across another huge white saddle. Look at how big he is. They certainly love it in Thetford Forest. There's saddles everywhere. Everywhere we go we find white saddles, elfin saddles. What a great morning we're having. We've got some lovely amethyst deceivers again. They'll be going into the basket. Got some really young ones, we'll leave those, but they'll be heading off into the basket with a few other bits and pieces that we've picked up so far. Not a lot, but I've not really come out for edibles this morning. I come out just to have a look around and see what was about and see what anything interesting we can put on the video. So I've not, apart from an area where there used to be saffron milk caps, I've not really looked for anything edible. But yeah, these are going into the basket because these are always handy to add to other mushrooms. So let's carry on and see what else we can find. Well, we found some more russulas growing under this beech tree. This is the sickener. I will pick this old one. There you go. That's the sickener. Obviously we don't need it for obvious reasons. The name is a big hint. But you can see there's quite a few growing around this beech tree. Some little ones coming up. We'll put him back out. There's a lovely little one coming up there, look. Tiny. And we will carry on and see what else we can find. Well, it seems that everywhere we go we're finding blue roundheads. There's another one. That lovely scaly stem. Lovely sort of, I always call it a turquoise. It's more like a duck eggy colour blue, I suppose. But he's a nice example. Not an edible, so we do leave these. We're not going to risk trying to eat them. But there you go, a lovely blue roundhead. Here it looks like we've got a little matbolete, a young one growing. There we go. A nice young matbolete. Had a little bit of a nibble on his cap, but that's an edible, so we'll be taking him. There's a few more little ones about, I can see, so we'll take some of those too. Lovely matbolete. So let's carry on and see what else we got. We've got a little group of young fly agarics here. They've just come through the dirt. You can see it's still on their caps. Look, there's another one there and one coming up. Those two, that's 4. We've got another one here, look, just pushing himself up through that moss. So they're coming up, and there's a bigger one over there. So they're by tomorrow they'll be up and they'll be quite a good size. So let's carry on and see what else we got. I'm hoping that this is another nice matbolete. Yep, there we go. Another nice little mat bolete. It's a little bit dry, but I'm sure he'll be okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get it to focus without the sun shining on it. It's so bright this morning, the sun. But there you go, a nice little mat bolete to go in the bag with 4 or 5 others we've found. Here we've got, well, I won't be sure until I pick it, but there's the remains of a bolete there, which is a big old solid one. So, the caps, it's an old bolete, but look, I think it would have been, it's very old, it's falling apart, but under the cap there, that red, well it's now orange, would have been red, so it could have been a scarlet bolete, or it could have been a devil's bolete, or it could have been a, what else have we got? We got a beech bolete, which is it would, whatever one it was a old specimen. That one next to it's all rotted away, so they were both old. Their spores would have all gone by now, but that would have had a red stem, so probably I think there's a beech bolete. I'm not 100% sure, but there we go. I'm trying to stop the sun getting on it. There you go. Something a bit interesting anyway. If it was younger, we could take it and we'd know for definite what it was. So I'll have a little look around this area, see if there's any more anywhere. Now we're just going to have a little game of spot the death cap. You should all know by now what a death cap looks like. That olive green shiny cap. So I'm going to pan round and we'll see if you all notice where he is. Can you all see him? There, right there. A young olive green death cap under this beech tree. There you go. There he is. There's quite a few about here. Quite a few death caps around about here. So there we go. So let's carry on. We've got some nice bracket fungus here, look, on this fallen branch. There's lots and lots of different bracket fungus, from turkey tail to, there's all different ones, all different colours. And we've also, I think I've just spotted, we've got some young, ink caps by the looks of it, growing here. And then we've got something interesting, look, another fungus on there, see him? Now that's different to yellow staghorn, I'm sure, but I'm not sure which one it is. So I'll have to take some photos and look that one up. Looks like we're going to be learning another one. Oh, here's some sulphur tufts. There's some young sulphur tufts. The ones with the olive green gills, that sheeny looking greeny colour. Often made a mistaken for the velvet shank, but the velvet shank will have a black stem, and it won't have that green, light greeny colour underneath on its gills. But I'm going to take some pictures of this one here, because I'd like to know what it is. I've seen it a few times lately. It certainly don't look like young staghorn, young yellow staghorn. But we'll have a look. I'll take some pictures. Here I was just crossing the road, and right on the verge is this beautiful huge white saddle. Can you see him? Tucked away in this, I don't want to knock him over, he looks a bit delicate, but there he is, tucked away in that grass and leaf, and he's about 8 inches from the tarmac, from the road, on this grass verge. Any lovely? Well, right here is another white saddle, tucked away in these leaves. Sorry if the sun's making the picture a bit iffy. And then right next to him is one huge white saddle. Look at the size of that. That is one massive white saddle. I've never seen one as big, and I've seen quite a few. Look at the size of him. Let's just go round him a bit and try and show as much of him as we can. That huge, great big stemlet. Big, strong stem. He needs that to hold that cap up. He is enormous. What a find. Chuffed to bits. Right, now you can see the road. And you can see how close to the road these two enormous white saddles are. They are just enormous. And he's what, 8 inches from the tarmac? Look at the size of that one. Even bigger. Wow. I'm gonna have to get some pictures of those. They are massive. And there's 2 smaller ones, there's 3, there's 4. They're everywhere. There's a smaller one. There's another smaller one tucked under these leaves, look. There's another one coming up over there. They're everywhere, everywhere I look. So I'm gonna take some pictures now. But what a find. Well, this is just getting ridiculous, really. Look, I'm walking along the road still. We got one giant there, and I think, wow, he's good. Then another one there, hiding behind that grass, and I think, wow, there's even more. And then I come across Goliath here, who must be 7 inches high or 8 inches high. It's the biggest white saddle I've ever seen in my life. And then just here we've got even more. We've got even more coming up. There's another one. There's another one there. There's another one there. There's 2 or 3 over the back there. They are just everywhere. And then while I'm looking at them, right beside them, in the leaf litter, if I can clean his cap, there we go, is a wonderful, wonderful blue roundhead. There he is. What a lovely blue roundhead. What a lovely colour. What a way to finish the video for today. Well, folks, I don't think you can complain about today's video. We've had a lot of different fungi this morning. We had that lovely dark grey looking elfin saddle. We've had some lovely coral. We had those wax caps. And we're finishing off with a beautiful, beautiful blue roundhead, and the most amazing, humongous white saddles, biggest I've ever seen. So hopefully you've all enjoyed it. I shall be coming back probably at the end of the week, and we'll have another look in these new places because they keep delivering. So please feel free to share, like and subscribe. I know this one's going to be a bit of a long video, but thank you for staying until the end. And don't forget, keep your eyes open.